welcome to hashtag Green Couch Convos. Today we have Devin Burka from Something New Media. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. First of all, tell us a little bit about Something New Media.
So at Something New Media, we like to bring people joy through timeless experiences. We're a photo and video studio located in Mesa, Arizona. We've been around since August of 2013,
Okay.
and I think we've been really successful out here, especially in Phoenix, because of the type of style that we bring to our videos and photo. Because we're not just wedding cinematographers, wedding photographers. We tend to work a lot in independent film scene. We do a lot of commercials, music videos, not just through our home team and our office, but all of our cinematographers and photographers that work with us. So
Yeah, they have quickly become one of my favorite videography companies in town, just on a side note there.
thank you.
So you've already answered the question, how long have you guys been doing this? About how many weddings have you guys shot?
That's a tough question. If you watch our Vimeo page, we have about like 500 videos.
Oh, wow.
That are a combination of different versions of wedding videos, whether that be trailers or weddings. I think on the nose, we've probably done about 300 weddings,
Okay.
Not just here, but
Right.
also in Chicago, where we have a separate team as well.
Okay. And then do you guys do corporate videos as well?
Yeah, we do a lot of corporate documentary work.
Oh, okay.
So what that means is that when we work, one of the things that I love about wedding videos is it's an opportunity to tell a great story.
Right.
And as a filmmaker, one of the things that really strikes me about this world and this business is that I get an opportunity to tell someone's story. And so what we wanted to do is we wanted to take that same methodology and bring it over to the corporate
Okay.
world. So telling why does this business exist? Who are the people that make it run? Why? Why? Why should I be invested in this company? Why should I go to this company to work with them? Whether that be for big hotel chains or small businesses or even venues like this. Why come? Why have your wedding here and tell that story and really dive into that narrative.
And the thing is, video's the future. People are not going to get away with just doing photos and posting testimonials anymore. You need video testimonials, and you need to show why.
You need to show that experience.
Right.
The experience is important to the end user, to the customer, or even someone who's attending the space. One of the things that I really think about a lot is when you're watching a video, how can you show how the event happened in the best light in that experience, or how can you show this moment as an experience in a 3-minute capsule, a 5-minute capsule, a 10-minute capsule?
Gotcha. So what led you to become a photo video studio?
So this is actually a bit of a long story. In college, I realized I didn't want to do the norm. I didn't want to go work for a big company, and I didn't necessarily set out to make my own company. I just set out to do something that I really enjoyed,
Right.
which was producing content, producing things that I really enjoyed, whether that be short films or music videos. I worked a lot in the rockabilly music video scene. I did a few rap videos, and I got invited to work alongside one of my friends who was a wedding videographer at the time, or worked for a wedding videography company, and I really enjoyed the work because essentially, the way I look at shooting a wedding is you've got all of your essential pieces that you would to tell a movie or a music video. You've got your actors, you've got your set pieces, you've got your locations, you've got everyone who's working around you to make the process successful, and all you're doing is coming in and setting up the shots and working on the cinematography and telling that narrative through editing. So that was really exciting for me. And I actually worked for a company that went out of business 3 years ago, and I decided this is something I still want to continue doing. And we set out to be something a bit different, to
Something new.
something new. Yeah, we set out to be something new. We set out to be something different. We set out to be something that really resonated with people, and to tell those stories. And for me, that's been the journey, is to tell those narratives successfully every single time. And when we make our films, we go through that process. We go, how can we tell this story better? It's good, sure it's good, but how do we make it better?
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that in your work. And every video that I've watched and seen on Facebook, every time, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Like it literally, you leave, even though it's a 3-minute capsule as you call
Right.
it, like you leave feeling like you actually know
Right.
the couple or whatever it's about. Like you've connected.
Right, and I think because here's the journey for the client, right? They watch the video tomorrow, they post it on Facebook, and then 5 years down the line, they may pick it up again. And I almost want them to experience it, outside the box. So when they watch it, they're like, "Oh yeah, that happened," and they're gonna forget about those things, those little like small details. But that's what the video is for. It's to show that experience again. It's to share that experience back with them. And also too, like they can share it with people that were in at the wedding, or friends, or relatives, or like their kids when they have them, and they can experience that as well. Maybe in 10 years from now, it'll be something completely different that they're watching. Like now we're getting into 360 video and virtual reality, and so maybe that will take foot down the road, and we'll be looking back at DVDs and Blu-rays, well DVDs especially, but Blu-rays now. And saying like, why is this video flat? Like, why can't I see everything? So simple. So yeah, that's
awesome.
kind of and that's kind of the mission. And also too, at the beginning of this year, in 2016, we just added photo, which was something that we were working on for a while, developing that style, developing that craft, and bringing it in as a part of the mix. And the reason it's important for us is because the creative edge behind the product, behind the end result, is cohesive.
Right.
So when we're working together as a team, not necessarily saying that we love working with other photographers, and there's a lot of great photographers in town that I love working with, but one of the really cool things about when we do photo and video together is the product becomes more cohesive, and it's almost a guaranteed result because you have that guaranteed teamwork behind it.
Right. They're meant to work together and they look out for each other.
Exactly.
Because I have seen that where photographers and videographers are fighting for the same shot.
Yeah.
Or I actually had a videographer years ago with like this giant bright light that actually affected
Yeah.
all the photographer shots, and it was interesting. So I get that. I think that's actually a really good idea, especially because I didn't do a video for my wedding, and it's the one major regret, because like I look at these, because I looked at it as the long 30-minute, like every minute video, not these little capsules like you were calling them. And I would watch that once a week, I swear, because it was a great day, and I forgot so much because it's such an intense day.
Yeah. Well, photos are, so as we've been developing the photo program inside Something New, one of the things that I realize is photos still tell a story. They tell a very complex story depending on the type of photograph that you're taking, but complex yet simple. But the thing about photos is that it shares a single moment, a frame in time. And a video shows the action of that moment.
Right.
It shows the beginning, middle, and end of that moment, where in a photo you sort of have to interpret those different stages of the moment. And so it tells two different stories, the same story,
Right.
but in two different ways.
Right.
And so looking at them side by side, that I think is the biggest difference.
Nice. Never thought about it that way.
But like also too, like I want to say, like we love working with other photographers, and we're really excited to work with the great photographers in the Valley, and all around the country. And we've shot all around the country and different parts of the world, and we're really excited to work with those people. But we're also very excited to be able to share that cohesive, creative brand with the client as well.
So tell me one memorable story, moment, something weird, strange, funny, or happy that happened.
Oh, I got a lot of those. So we shot one of my favorite weddings that we ever shot. Was a wedding that we shot in Vegas on Halloween.
Okay.
I'll tell you two stories. So we shot a wedding that was in Vegas on Halloween, and the night before the wedding, so they were into all the horror stuff, and they were very much about having their wedding on Halloween. It wasn't a coincidence that they were having their wedding on Halloween. Like they purposely planned this wedding on Halloween in Las Vegas.
Okay.
But one of the things that they did was all the groomsmen gathered up all the bridesmaids' dresses and splattered them with fake blood.
course.
Of course. And the girls are shocked. Some of them are excited. Some of them are mad. The bride's in on it. She's super excited about it. They walk down the aisle to like Final Fantasy music or Kingdom Hearts music, you know, and they pushed that theme so far, but it worked so well for them. And they took a big party bus out, and they just like, you know, went into different casinos all around the strip, and it was a very like small, like 20 to 30 person group. Mm-hmm. And it's not that it was like out of the ordinary, but it was so uniquely them. And I push our clients to say like, listen, you have one shot to do this. You're going to do it right, but just make sure that you're going to have a good time and that you feel that it represents you. Yeah. You know, because that's what throwing a wedding is about. Is like, you know, you want to make sure your guests have a good time. Definitely. Right. But you also want to make sure like
you have a good time.
You have a great time. And then my other favorite wedding was for James, who's my business partner.
Hi, James.
And he, they eloped in Hawaii.
Okay.
And I was their third wheel. I shot the video for them, and I was their third wheel on their wedding, and that was a really interesting experience. An elopement is a very interesting experience. It's a little bit different than what a traditional wedding would be, but it was a really phenomenal experience for them, and I'm really excited that I was a part of that and experienced that with them. So like when you're thinking about an elopement and it's just going to be the two of you, and you bring along a photographer and a videographer, understand that it's going to be a very different experience for them as well.
Yeah, because you're not really alone.
Right, you're not alone. You've got people that are with you that you don't know sometimes.
Right.
So it's just different. But those are like two different like interesting stories. I mean, I have stories for days. Like, if you really want to, you can send me an email and ask me the story behind any wedding, and I'm sure I will have a story.
Anyone, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so my shameless plug. Why would you recommend Warehouse 215 to your clients?
So there's a lot of different places that I've shot. And one of the things that I love about this space is that it's very different than what you would find here in Phoenix. You're not going to find big open spaces like this in Phoenix in this style. You know, sure, you can rent a ballroom space, but if you are looking for something that feels warm and that feels a bit more hip, but also very classy, you know, with the art installations and more of an experience-based venue, I think that's one of the reasons that I would come here, is because the venue itself is very, and as I'm looking around it, it's warm, it's got, you know, unique textures, exposed ceilings, the brick is a great choice, the green couch that comes with the venue. And also too, like one of the things that I really love about recommending venues is the staff, you know? And the two of you are great. It's a great experience like every single time I come down here. And I think that, you know, just based on knowing you for the few years that I've known you, I think that when you have a client that comes here, and I can only imagine, because you treat me the same way that you treat everyone else, with a lot of love, care, and respect. And so I think that's one of the things that, like, when you're looking for a venue, you don't want to just make sure that you like the place that you're going into. You want to make sure you like the people that you're working with, because if you like them, they're going to be, you know, you're going to be able to collaborate with them. You're going to be able to work with them easily. You know, not just liking a space and getting along with the staff have to be a combined decision. It can't just be, well, I like this space, but I don't like the people that I'm working with, because every step of the way is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity to experience a space that's very unique and different than anything else in Phoenix. You know, I see stuff like this from time to time in more on the East Coast, but nothing like this in Phoenix. This is very unique.
Thanks. So tell folks how they can reach you. Email, Instagram, phone numbers, whatever you find best.
Sure. My personal line is, no, I'm just kidding. My
cell phone.
Yeah. So you can actually reach out to us through, we have social media on Instagram. We're really friendly on Facebook. But our website is as I cover my face, our website is somethingnew.media. So .media is a domain name. So we decided to change up our advertising and make it somethingnew.media. And our Instagram is also somethingnew.media. You can follow us on there for updates, different wedding films, trailers, Instagram clips, and then you can also find all of our work on Vimeo and watch through every single wedding that we've ever produced. And it's a really fun experience, like being able to like see the style evolve. And you know, one of the things that I really like about sharing with our clients and potential clients is like this is, if you like what we did for these people, you're gonna love your wedding film. Like it's very rare that someone goes like, I don't like our wedding film because we're telling their story.
Right.
You know, we're telling their story in the best possible way, using the best possible moments and assets and music. And music is so important to us, and telling that story the right way, you know? So it's somethingnew.media.
Okay, and your email address?
My email address, so you can reach out to me at Devin, Devin, at somethingnewmedia.com, or you can reach out to Kylie, who helps us with sales, and that's Kylie, Kylie, at somethingnewmedia.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
High five.
Yeah.